Dear friends, welcome to InQUEST. In this video, let's discuss about 4th October 2021 daily current affairs, useful for your UPSC, KPSC and all other competitive exams. Let's see the index of today's discussion. Number 1, India will achieve net zero emission by 2070, says Prime Minister. So far we had not given any commitment to achieve net zero, and finally in COP26, the Prime Minister of India announced that we are going to achieve net zero emission by 2070. So article number 2, rescue guide launch for Ganges River dolphins. So the Ganges River dolphin are known to be one of the endangered species. So to make sure that we save them, rescue guidelines have been launched by launched to save actually these Ganges River dolphins. So next article is about National Sports Award 2021. So these awards have been announced. So let's see the in which areas these awards are given and who has won these awards for the year 2021. So article number 4, Ministry of Rural Development signs MOU with Flipkart. So let's find out the reasons why or what is the purpose of this particular MOU. So article number 5, inauguration of diversion of Marusudar River at Pakaldul hydroelectric project in Jammu and Kashmir. So let's find out the complete details of the same. And finally, the National Institute of Ayurveda, Jaipur, celebrates National Ayurveda Day 2021. So in this article, so we need to know the significance of National Ayurveda Day at the same time, theme of this year's National Ayurveda Day. So with this, let's go to the article number 1. So India will achieve net zero emission by 2070, says the Prime Minister. So many countries have given their commitment, and there was a lot of pressure on us because we are also one of the highest emitters of carbon. So finally we have given an commitment to achieve net zero by the year 2070. So this commitment was given in COP26. So let's find out the complete details here. So India will achieve net zero emission target latest by 2070. So Prime Minister said at COP26 summit in Glasgow. So India was the only major emitter that had not committed to a timeline to achieve net zero or a year by which it would ensure its net carbon dioxide emission would be zero. So among all major emitters across all the nations of the country, so we are the only one nation. I mean to say, India had not given any commitment so far to achieve net zero or a year beyond which we achieve net carbon dioxide emission that would be zero. And finally, in COP26, conferences of parties 26, that is held in Glasgow, so we have given our commitment to achieve net zero by 2070. So by 2030, India will ensure 50% of its energy will be sourced from renewable sources. Not just this, along with that, we have given other commitments also, one of which is at least by 2030, 50% of our energy will be from renewable sources. India also committed to reduce its carbon emission until 2030 by a billion tons. So at least by 2030, we are going to cut down or reduce our emission to by billion tons. And India will also reduce its emissions intensity per unit of GDP by less than 45%. So whatever the GDP of the industries or the sectors that contributes to greenhouse gases, to that particular GDP, so India is committed to reduce 45% of its emission compared to the intensity of per unit of GDP. So India would also install systems to generate 500 gigawatts of renewable energy by 2030, and 50 gigawatt increase from its existing target. So earlier we had a target of achieving 450 gigawatts of energy production, I mean to say the renewable energy production by the year 2030. So after this COP26, this target has been added with another 50 gigawatts. So now the new target is 500 gigawatts of renewable energy by the end of 2030 is accepted. So the spirit of climate justice, rich developed countries ought to be providing at least $1 trillion in climate finance to assist the developing countries. So this is in spirit of climate justice. Now, what is this spirit of climate justice? Because as we all know, the contribution of developed countries for the emission of the carbon is way more than the contribution of developing countries for the same. Now they are trying to give the same kind of target to both the countries, but same kind of target cannot be accepted by developing countries because we cannot shut down the usage of coal. And if you do that, our economy will definitely die. So that is the reason why. So it was agreed upon in these kind of summits that the developed countries have to fund developing countries for mitigation of these greenhouse gases, or taking measures with respect to reducing temperature. So now it has been reiterated once again that developed countries ought to provide at least $1 trillion US dollars in climate finance. So these finance should be must be used for the initiatives to actually climate to solve the climate related issues. So this was actually once again reiterated in the summit. So with this, let's go to the second article. Rescue guide launched for Ganges River dolphin. So let's find out the complete details. So who has launched this? The Jal Shakti Ministry released guidelines for the safe rescue and release of stranded Ganges River dolphins. So this guidelines have been released by the Jal Shakti Ministry. So why they have released these kind of guidelines? Because the mammals often get stranded in the irrigation canals. So wherever there are irrigation canals, so dolphins are actually grouped under mammals. So these mammals are going to, used to get stuck. To say they get stranded in the irrigation canals. So now they have to, rescue them safely and release them again to their habitat. So for this particular process, there have been guidelines that is being released by the Jal Shakti Ministry. The document has been prepared by the Turtle Survival Alliance and the Environment, Forest and Climate Change Department of the Uttar Pradesh government. So this document has been divided by EFCCD of the state of Uttar Pradesh. The guide has been drawn from years of experience of rescuing 25 Ganges River dolphins stranded in the irrigation canals. So how they have come to this particular guidelines? That is based on their own experience of rescuing 25 Ganges River dolphins across many years. The Ganges River dolphin is the national aquatic animal of India and is listed as endangered under the IUCN Red List assessment. So this Ganges River dolphin is India's national aquatic animal, and it has been listed as endangered under IUCN. So we have done one complete video on IUCN. So we will give the link in the comments. You can watch the same. At the same time, it is categorized under Schedule 1 of the Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So if it is categorized under Schedule 1, there will be the harshest penalties for poaching, hunting of these animals. So that is called as Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act. So we have done one complete video on this also. We will give the attachment in the link. So in the comments, you can watch the same if you want to know more about Indian Wildlife Protection Act. And it is also categorized under Appendix 1 of the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. So these are the different lists under which these Gangetic River dolphins have been put under. So the species whose global population is estimated at 4,000. So across the world, they are just 4,000 now. So it is mostly found in Indian subcontinent. So it is found in Indian subcontinent mostly. The dolphins often accidentally enter into canals in northern India and are unable to swim up against the gradient. So the problem, one of the problems why the numbers are reducing drastically is accidentally they enter into the water canals, and the problem is they are unable to swim up against the gravity. So they are also vulnerable to harm by people. So people, even though it is put under Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act, so it has the problem with human interference. Found throughout the Ganges, Brahmaputra, Meghna and Karanpuli, Sangu river systems of Nepal, India and Bangladesh, the Ganges River dolphins, it is scientifically called as Plantanista gangnetica. So is a global priority and is also an indicator of healthy aquatic system. So the healthy aquatic system is indicated by these Ganges river dolphin. At the same time, it is not just the priority of India, so it is the priority of the entire globe. So it is found in Nepal, India, and Bangladesh mostly. So with this, let's go to the next article. So this is related to Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. So National Sports Awards 2021 announced. So which are all the awards that come under this particular National Sports Award? So let us find out the complete details. So Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award 2021. So that will be given to 12 sports person this year, and 35 sports person will receive Arjuna Awards for outstanding performance in sports and games in the year 2021. And the awardees will receive their award from the President of India at a specially organized function at the Darbar Hall of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. So the awards will be given at the Rashtrapati Bhavan, and awards will be given by the President of India. The National Sports Awards are given every year to recognize and reward excellence in sports. So the people who are excellent or they show excellence in the sports and games, so these awards are given every year to recognize and appreciate their efforts. So Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. So what is Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award? So it is given for spectacular and most outstanding performance in the field of sports by sports person over a period of previous 4 years. So they will not take the achievement of any years later than 4 years. So any achievement, I mean to say spectacular and most outstanding performance in the field of sports and by the sports person in the period of previous 4 years is what they're going to take into consideration. So this is when they are going to award Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. Now, when Arjuna Award is given under what circumstances? So Arjuna Award for outstanding performance in sports and games is given for good performance over a period of previous 4 years. So same like what we saw previously. So they are going to take an account of their performance in the previous 4 years. At the same time, not just the performance, there should be qualities like leadership, sportsmanship, and sense of discipline. So these three things are added into Arjun Award, in this category. Next is Dronacharya Award for outstanding coaches in sports and games. It is given to the coaches. So this Dronacharya Award for outstanding coaches in sports and games is given to the coaches, not for the sportsmen. I mean to say the participating men. It is given for the trainers. I mean to say coaches, for doing outstanding and meritorious work on a consistent basis, enabling sports persons to excel in the international events. For example, like Olympics, if any coach is contributing to the performance of any individual and they should be consistently supporting the same, then this award will be given for coaches. Next, Dhyan Chand Award for Lifetime Achievement. So this is for lifetime achievement in sports and games is given to honor sports person who have contributed to sports by their performance and continue to contribute to promote in the promotion of sports events after their retirement. So even after their retirement, if they are consistently or continuously contributing to the promotion of sports and events, then Dhyan Chand Award for Lifetime Achievement in Sports and Games will be given. So now for the Rashtriya Khel Protsahan Puraskar is given to corporate entities. So this is not given to the people, this will be given to the entities. So it could be either private or public sector. So sports control boards, NGOs including sports bodies at state or and national level who have played a visible role in the area of sports promotion and development. So if they have contributed in sports promotion and development, then Rashtriya Khel Protsahan Puraskar will be given. So overall top performing universities. So this is an award to the university in inter-university tournaments. So if there are any inter-university tournaments, so if it is found to be top performing among the universities, then they will be awarded with Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad Trophy. And a large number of nominees were received for these awards this year, which were considered by the selection committee headed by Justice Mukundakam Sharma. So he's actually the former judge of Supreme Court. So you just have to remember the the selection committee head of 2021. So that is Mukundakam Sharma. So he's the former judge of Supreme Court, and not just there are other members also, like members from eminent sports persons having experience in sports journalism, sports administration, etc. are the part of this particular selection committee. So based on the recommendations of the committee, after due scrutiny, government has decided to confer awards upon following sports person, coaches, and entities. So first list is Major Dhyanchand Khel Ratna Award 2021, no doubt. So they have given it to Neeraj Chopra, who won gold medal in the Olympics this year. And similarly, we have other Olympians also, or we have sportsmen from hockey, even from cricket, football, etc. So you can just pause the video and you can just go through the names, and you can very well take the screenshot and revise, because there will be very often questions on these awards in the examinations. Next is Arjuna Award for Outstanding Performance in Sports and Games 2021. So there are around 35 people selected this time. So you can just pause the video and note on the names. Totally around 35 people have been awarded this. So with this, we are completing on awards. So the news number 4 is related to Ministry of Rural Development. So Ministry of Rural Development signs MOU with Flipkart. Now, what is the purpose of this memorandum of understanding? So Flipkart, India's homegrown e-commerce marketplace. So this is our own, I mean to say, India's homegrown. This has been established and developed in India, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Rural Development of the Government of India for their ambitious Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission program. This is to help empower local business and self-help groups, especially those that are led by women, by bringing them into e-commerce fold. So, there are many people who are residing in India, particularly the self-help groups that are led by women. So they are highly skilled, and they are producing so many products, but the problem is there is no exposure or sales of the same. So to bridge that particular gap, so now there will be introduction of online sales platform with the help of Flipkart. So this is what is the memorandum of understanding in brief. So the partnership is aligned with the Deen Dayal Antyodaya and National Rural Livelihood Mission goals of strengthening the capabilities of rural communities for self-employment and entrepreneurship, thus providing further impetus to the Prime Minister's vision of an Atmanirbhar Bharat. So this is actually done actually to improve or to meet the objectives of this particular program, that is to generate self-employment and also promote entrepreneurship. And this MOU is a part of Flipkart Samarth program. So there is Flipkart Samarth program. This actually was launched in 2019. So this MOU is actually the part of the same, and aims to provide skilled yet underserved communities of craftsmen, weavers, artisans with national market access through the Flipkart marketplace, as well as dedicated support for knowledge and training. So it is not just providing national marketplace, of course. So when it is online, it is available and it can be bought by anywhere in the world or anywhere this platform is functional. So not just creating a platform, there will be support of knowledge sharing and training also provided under this particular MOU. So Flipkart Samarth seeks to break entry barrier for local communities by providing time-bound incubation and support with onboarding, cataloging, marketing, account management, business insights, and warehousing. So obviously, whenever any new product that is supposed to enter into the market, there will be entry level barriers that would be there. So once they take entry, so if the product is really good, then it takes care by himself. But the problem always is to take entry into the market. So this kind of the barrier will be broken now with the intervention of Flipkart Samarth. and they are going to help in time bound incubation, and they provide support with the onboarding, then cataloging, then marketing and account management and business insights, and also warehousing. So this will create more avenue for increasing business and trade inclusion, and help in creating sustaining better livelihood opportunities. Obviously this is going to help them to live better. So the Ministry of Rural Development's Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana and National Rural Livelihood Mission, this program with its outreach of 6,768 blocks. So they have around 6,768 blocks across 706 districts across all 28 states and 6 UTs, has 7.84 crore women mobilized into more than 71 lakh SHG, that is 71 lakh self-help groups. So that is the huge number. So is proving as the game-changing initiative to empower poor rural women. So of course this is definitely going to empower this poor rural women. And under this mission, poor women from different cross sections of class and caste from form into SHGs and their federations, providing finance, economic and social development services to their members for enhancing their income and quality of life. So through this self-help groups, so these groups actually provide financial help and economic and social development services, and finally it helps them to increase income, and their quality of life also will be improved. So the Flipkart Samarth. So let's know more about Flipkart Samarth. So this program was actually launched in the year 2019 as sustainable and inclusive platform to empower underserved domestic communities and business with better opportunities and livelihoods. So this is targeted for actually underserved domestic communities and businesses, so that they are going to create better opportunities for their products to be sold. So Flipkart Samarth is currently supporting the livelihoods of over 9,50,000 artisans, weavers, craftsmen across India, and is continuously working towards bringing even more sellers onto the platform. So these are the complete details of this article. So with this, let's go to the next article that is related to Ministry of Power. Power Minister inaugurates diversion of Marusudar River at Pakal Dul hydroelectric project in Jammu and Kashmir. So accelerated development of hydro power project is essential for grid balancing and generating peak power, and Pakal Dul hydroelectric project will contribute significantly in fulfilling the target of 450. So now this target has changed into 500 gigawatt renewable energy by 2030. So in order to achieve or reach 500 gigawatts of renewable energy, so this project is definitely going to contribute. Through this project, investment of rupees 8,212 crore is being made in the region, which will provide direct and indirect employment opportunities and will help overall development of local inhabitants. So not just the production of renewable energy, at the same time it is definitely going to improve direct or indirect employment opportunities, and that is definitely going to help in the development of the local inhabitants. So this Pakal Dul hydroelectric project is being constructed by Chenab Valley Power Projects Private Limited, a joint venture company of NHPC Limited, Government of India Enterprises, and JKSPDC, that is Government of Jammu Kashmir Enterprises. Marusudar River is a major tributary of Chenab River. So the Marusudar River is actually the tributary of Chenab River. So diversion of river will pave the way for acceleration in construction activities in the project. So due to this particular diversion of the river, the construction activities will be accelerated. And the completion of the project shall be boon to the overall development of regions and lead to improvement in socio-economic conditions of the people. So obviously, as I told you initially, this is definitely going to improve the socio-economic conditions of the people. So with this, let's go to the last article of the day. So this is in relation to National Institution of Ayurveda, Jaipur. This celebrates National Ayurveda Day 2021. So let's see the complete details here. So as a part of an event that was held for 2 days. So importance of wellness and preventive care for healthy lifestyle has been highlighted here in this particular event that was held in National Institute of Ayurveda, Jaipur. What is the theme of this year's National Ayurveda Day 2021? This is Ayurveda for Poshan. Poshan is nothing but nutrition. So budget of rupees 260 crore given for expanding the infrastructure of National Institute of Ayurveda Satellite Center of Panchkula, Himachal Pradesh. So, at this during this occasion, budget of 260 crores has been allotted for the expansion of the infrastructure of National Institute of Ayurveda Satellite Center of Panchkula, Himachal Pradesh. So India is striving to become the global center for traditional medicine, and there is increasing collaboration between states and central government to make advancements in the field of Ayush. So to make advancements in the field of Ayush, there has been an increase in collaboration between states and the central government, because we are striving to become global center for traditional medicine. Traditional medicine is nothing but Ayurvedic treatment. This is an urgent need to raise awareness about the strength of Ayurveda treatment, as India has a rich resource for plant-based medicines along with an ancient glorious history of practicing Ayurveda Shastra. See, this Ayurvedic Shastra is not very new to India. This is one of the ancient methods of treatment. Now, it is high time that there has to be a lot of awareness that should be created in this method of treatment, because not only it is historically important, at the same time India is a place where we have rich resources of plant-based medicine, so we can definitely make use of these medicinal plants for the purpose of treatment. So considering the tremendous achievement of NIA, Ministry of Ayush has decided to expand the infrastructure of NIA, National Institute of Ayurveda, at Panchkula, and rupees 260 crore have been released to NIA, and it is hoped that National Institute of Ayurveda will glorify the practice of Ayurveda globally. So the intention is to not just improve Ayurvedic treatment in India, to spread across the globe is the intention of this. So with this, we are completing all the articles of the day. So if you have any questions, you can definitely put in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Namaskara.